It's Ant Will the Comic Geek. Now, before I start the video, I want to say something. No, I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed about anything. I'm just reacting to videos. Okay? That's all you all need to know. Anyway, we are doing top 10 Batman Arkham series boss battles. I had a problem with this video. Like, it stopped loading, it stopped something, I don't know. I love the Arkham games. I never played Arkham Asylum or Arkham Knight. Like, I really wanted to play those games, but the only games I played were Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Origins. Yeah. And yeah, that's been going for a long time. It's gotten better now, and yeah. Okay. Let's get to the video, right?
Batman may be the main character, but he's defined by his villains.
It appears the game is over before it even begins. I'm not playing games, Slade.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Batman Arkham series boss battles.
Nice of you to drop in.
For this list, we're looking at the most entertaining and enjoyable, if frustrating at times, boss battles from the entire Arkham series, which includes the titles of Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight.
Only one of us can leave this chamber alive.
Number 10, Man-Bat, Arkham Knight.
Yeah, I know this one.
What better way to start our list than with a showdown with the iconic Man-Bat? Okay, so maybe Man-Bat isn't one of Batman's most well-known villains, but this encounter in Arkham Knight is awesome because it's so unexpected.
What place is there in the world for a man like you?
We knew this one would be intense right from the opening jump scare, as Batman takes on a mission called Creature of the Night. While Man-Bat isn't overly difficult as a boss, you do need to use your detective skills to trace his origin and create an antidote for his condition.
What we've done is merge the DNA of Desmodus Rotundus, the vampire bat, into the human chain. This breakthrough will prevent and cure deafness in all humanity.
And
Well,
having
look
to
how
attack
that
in
turned
midair
out.
is a cool change-up from your average button masher battle. Sadly, and we don't want to spoil this for PC gamers, but this is probably the best boss battle in Arkham Knight. Number 9, Killer Croc, Arkham Asylum.
I've got your scent, Batman.
I loved his voice.
I will hunt you down.
In the Arkham series, typically, Batman is the predator who attacks unsuspecting henchmen and villains. In this battle, however, the roles are reversed, as Batman becomes the blind prey amidst Killer Croc's underwater sewer lair. Making things even more difficult was the fact that Croc was able to detect Batman's movement, requiring
This
the player to
kinda
move
looks easy,
slowly
even
across the
though I
wooden
never
planks
played
to
this
avoid
part.
attracting attention.
I have your scent.
I meant, like, I never played the game.
Croc would appear
Never played
various
Arkham
times,
Asylum.
attacking from the front without warning or chasing you from behind while destroying the wooden planks. Luckily, you don't have to take the bad guy on one-on-one. Some well-aimed batarangs and ultimately some explosive gel is all you need to dispatch of this beast.
Get that thing out of here, now!
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman.
Number 8, Bane, Arkham Origins.
This was the hardest boss fight I've ever tried.
Going toe-to-toe with Bane in Arkham Asylum was enjoyable, but it didn't quite compare to the confrontation in Origins.
Is this the best you have to offer?
Bane is one of the few villains who is capable of breaking Batman physically, and this is evident during this confrontation, as he throws Batman around like a rag doll before throwing him out of a window. After defeating him, Batman takes the decision to bring Bane back to life. Might not be the best choice, as Bane takes out his fury on the Dark Knight, forcing the player to resort to stealth tactics to defeat him once and for all.
This was kind of easy, but yeah, that
Number
was kind of
7,
hard.
Solomon
Same
Grundy, Arkham City.
Damn!
Born on a Monday.
I thought this was gonna be number 1, because this was kind of cool.
On Tuesday. Married on Wednesday.
Leave it to Penguin to have
He
more than a
sounds
few
like the
tricks up
Hulk.
his sleeve. As Batman chases the Penguin through the National History Institute, the player discovers that Cobblepot has a secret weapon, who was born on a Monday.
I found him down there when I bought this place. Comes in handy.
Penguin uses electricity to power the imprisoned Grundy, who snaps into an uncontrollable rage at the sight of Batman. Clearly outmatched physically, the player is forced to disable the power source and then wail on Grundy's head repeatedly while he's stunned.
This was very easy, by the way.
No, you can't kill him! You can't!
Number 6. Poison Ivy, Arkham Asylum.
Stop, Batman, please! You've got to help my babies!
I'm really not interested in a bunch of flowers, Ivy.
While many boss fights in the Arkham series force the player to focus on more than just one villain, none of them come at you quite like Poison Ivy does.
Some of this is just like Resident Evil or something, because someone told me about that.
Come to me.
In this confrontation, Batman has to focus on 3 different forms of attacks: toxic bubbles, deadly weeds, and Ivy's henchmen. Ivy herself is protected by one of her plants, and the player only has a small opening to inflict damage upon
This is
her.
kind of a Resident Evil thing.
I won't let you destroy it, Batman.
It's incredibly easy to get caught by one of the weeds or toxic spores while you wait for your opening, making this one of the most difficult battles in the entire series. Number 5. Clayface, Arkham City.
Hurry up and take your seat, Batman. The show's about to begin.
Throughout Arkham City, the player is led to believe that the Joker has recovered from his fatal disease and is the one pulling the strings behind Protocol 10. It was clearly a
But it
shock to
wasn't.
discover that the Joker hadn't recovered, and that it was actually Clayface who had been masquerading as a healthy Joker throughout the entire game.
Ladies and gentlemen, for one night only, standing in for yours truly, I'm doing a damn fine job of it. I give you Clayface.
This battle is awesome for several reasons, but the main reason has to be because you get to use Talia al Ghul's katana. The fight also seriously tested the player's ability to move quickly, as Clayface doesn't let up his attacks throughout the encounter, even sending an army of Claymen to try
Yeah,
to take you
the
down.
suit gets messy when you fight against him, because he's made of clay mixed with the mud or something. I don't know.
Number 4. Deathstroke, Arkham Origins.
This was the hardest one. I tried this 3 times.
So far, the majority of the villains on this list have been physically superior to Batman. But what about one who has a similar fighting style? Deathstroke has been trained in martial arts and takes on the Dark Knight in what essentially becomes a one-on-one fighting game.
Get over here!
Scorpion.
This battle required significant patience and concentration from the player, as you slowly break down Deathstroke's armor and weaponry and eventually take him out.
It's over, Slade.
He does make a return in Arkham Knight, where he ends up...
The same thing.
Ugh, come on, really?
I wanted to. I mean,
Number 3,
could've
Scarecrow,
just fight him.
Arkham Asylum.
oh my gosh.
You're in my world now.
He looks like
Easily one of the
Freddy
most memorable
Krueger
bosses in the entire game. The Scarecrow hallucination sequences in Asylum are extremely
because of the
entertaining.
things on
The
his
player can really
hand.
feel Batman's suffering as Scarecrow tortures his mind with hallucinations.
Mom?
Help us, Bruce! Don't let us die!
The battles involve avoiding a giant Scarecrow's gaze while you work your way up a broken structure. You eventually have to use a bat signal to defeat him, but it was only a matter of time before he'd show up again. In fact, at one point, Scarecrow is even able to trick the player into thinking that the game has frozen and restarted. Now, that is
Yeah, that's what I
interactive gameplay.
thought when I saw the video.
You should feel sorry for him. He never fully got over his parents' death. It left him quite insane.
Number 2, Ra's al Ghul, Arkham City.
I did not lose a fight against this.
Father.
This is the easiest one.
Welcome, Detective. It is time for your final challenge.
The The end of Arkham City is full of twists and turns. Near the end of the game, the player discovers that Ra's al Ghul is actually the main villain and the true mastermind of Arkham City.
My father is old. His time is over.
Instead of Hugo
Ours is
Strange.
just beginning.
Ra's sends his henchmen to take on Batman in a sand arena, before taking on the Bat himself in hand-to-hand combat, forcing the player to rely on a wide array of tactics throughout the battle. The game does an excellent job of cutting back and forth between the real world and Raz's world, where we can see his true power.
Witness the true power of my Lazarus Pit!
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Okay, let's see what we have.
Cozy.
Penguin from Arkham Knight.
You need to keep an eye
I
on
wouldn't
this
call
one.
that a boss fight.
He's a bit too careless for my liking.
Firefly. That was easy. That was very easy.
Number 1, Mr. Freeze, Arkham City.
What? This is the hardest
You don't
of all.
wanna do this, Freeze.
Oh,
Kind of.
I believe I do.
Just
One of the
you
best
got two
aspects of the
honorable
Arkham
mentions?
video games is that they really stressed Batman as a detective, incorporating a Predator mode to allow players to use stealth to take down their enemies, and there's no battle that better showcases this unique feature. Against Mr. Freeze, the player is required to use everything they have learned, as Freeze won't be fooled by the same trick twice.
There is no way you can get close to me now.
You are required to incorporate a number of different takedowns and respond to Freeze's movements, as he increasingly becomes aware of your strategies. This fight reveals everything that's made the series so popular, and is easily the best battle of the entire franchise. Do you agree with our list?
No, please!
Kind of.
What's your favorite boss battle in the Arkham series?
That feels so much better.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
That was just a little stocking stuffer.
Alright, I really want to play Arkham Asylum and the DLCs and Arkham Knight, but I never got to because I have an Xbox 360. Well, not here, but at home. Arkham Knight is only for Xbox One, so I can't play it. I just need an Xbox One, then I can play it. Well, but first, when I get all the Arkham games, let's see. When I do, I will go to the beginning of how it all started. No, not Arkham Asylum. Arkham Origins, then Arkham Asylum, then Arkham City, and then finally Arkham Knight. That's how I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'll see you all next time in my next video.